Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Unlucky Rolls and Fallout Cascadian Storms. I am Trisky playing Sir Pendleton at your service. And we are returning yet again. It's been a little while. We have adjusted our schedule to that our sessions for this will be on Fridays. Normally we will be at 5 p.m., but today was an exception due to some scheduling issues. But joining me are some lovely nerds. First off, we got the one all the way over on the left of the screen at the top of the Discord, Bran Doon the Brink, played by
Ken, also on here as unknown, with a couple sevens.
Aye.
But
Next.
yeah, Bran Doon the Brink has journeyed far from his home up a river and up a mountain.
You cut out a bit. Sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt you.
No worries.
Alrighty. Next would be Jen O'Connor, played by.
That would be Fluff. Me.
And last but not least, our humble overseer.
Hello there. Don't mind me. I'm just spinning the world, unless it's on top of a turtle, and the turtle moves.
Or
None of you read Discworld? Shame.
nope. Sorry to disappoint, but we are back here, and we left off last time.
Heard of it in past.
Yeah, I feel like you would. You're like one of my two main movie nerd buff friends. You and Mike. Anywho, we are going to be doing some vault exploring today, it looks like, because we ended off last session just before we got to Vault 6. Then again, we haven't technically even opened the vault yet, so we don't know if we'll even get the fuck inside.
Would anyone care to provide a more detailed recap of what happened, perhaps?
I am too tired to function, so I would prefer if one of you did.
Down a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, really rough time up the mountain. Familiar spot for Jen, but if I recall right, even she was having some trouble towards the end. Bran Doon really liked the idea of being a new ranger, and he did his best, but cried and strained a bit. And Pendleton was here. I don't think it went out because parts.
Yes, he can fly.
And eventually we got near the volcano, Mount St. Helens itself. And getting down in there, we found a big old door and a little red light beeping at a certain viewing device.
I'm really glad you remembered that. Bran Doon has earned a vault point for this, I think.
Nice.
Nice indeed. So, you're in this little cavern. It's been a century, but over a century, in fact. But, well, obviously this vault door confirms that this was constructed or dug out. It's a big gear with the number 6 pasted on it.
Real quick, I would be aware of Vault-Tech's shenanigans, considering I was pre-war, and maybe so would Jen, right?
You'd be aware of Vault-Tech's construction, how they seemed pretty darn shady. Anything else, however, I will say no.
Well, we know they were like advertising vaults everywhere, right?
Yes, that's true.
So we would be
100%.
We would be able to go up here and be like, oh, this must be one of Vault-Tech's vaults.
Yes. %.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, there is a red light near the lens. And the red light just keeps turning off and on again, blinking. Slowly.
I think we're being watched.
Might it be a distress signal of a sort? Very weak one at that.
Either way, I guess get the if you can, get the door open.
Let's see how this interface works. I haven't fiddled too much with Voltex works, but I will surely give it a shot.
As you look over the control panel, you realize it's got levers, gears, places to plug stuff in. Unfortunately, it seems like you don't have it. You don't have any compatible power cords to connect you to it.
Interesting.
You may have to figure out a solution to this.
Maybe there's something in here.
Yeah,
Well,
let's scour the surroundings a little bit, see if we can
Alright.
find anything that we could use.
Okay.
If they pulled a Fallout 4 and just left a Pip-Boy lying around.
I can say with certainty that they don't pull that off. There are no Pip-Boys lying around anywhere. I mean, there is some occasional trash and detritus. Sometimes with Vault Tech's logo on it. But overall, it's just some bits of cloth and scrap.
Well, how the hell do we get in this thing?
Bran Doon's just kind of like watching the red light right back, just pretty intrigued.
Any other reaction or just constant watching?
He's just watching it. He hears Jen and Pendleton talking, but he's not quite sure what to put forth yet.
So he's just standing there menacingly, or?
Oh no, not menacingly, just
Silent observation.
Quiet intrigue.
Maybe we just ask. As if she just kind of goes up to the camera. Hey, can we come in?
There's silence.
That's a very interesting theory, though I do believe that if there were any way to communicate with them, it would be via intercom. Must be some form of button on the panel that might be able to communicate with the door inside.
Maybe.
I'm gonna scour the panel and see if anything
Would
looks
you-
like it would pop
What would you
up
like to roll to identify this? Computer science, perhaps?
Yeah, that'd be my strongest.
All right, -75. Vault-Tec knew what they were doing this time.
Ooh, interesting. All right, let's see. Did I have any vault points that I might put towards this for a +10 or something? I have a single vault point. I'm going to actually save that for a reroll because I think that gives me a better chance.
All right.
It's not looking very nice at a -75.
Let's see.
That one. Nope.
Oof.
All right, I'm going to vault point a reroll, and then I'll be out of vault points.
You sure about that?
Well, I gotta use the vault points sometime now, don't I?
Okay, makes sense.
I ain't gonna be that bugger that keeps all of his stuff until the end. Nope, it's even worse. All right.
You're flummoxed. I mean, there's a few cables coming out. There's various levers and gauges you can pull, but it seems like without something to plug in, you're a bit stuck.
It does appear that this is a little more overcomplicated than I work with. They do seem to have a good job done. Alright, let me just yoink that vault point there. And with that in mind, well, shit.
This is a really big stretch, but what about that, essentially car part shopping list that was on the on the thing from outside on the clipboard?
No hints. Although, if you would like to roll perception to look closely at it.
Oh, sure thing. Ba-da-boop. Ba-da-boop.
All
Not
right.
too good.
Well, there was no modifier. The fact that the list is still legible tells you that this was out here recently.
So there are people in there. There's gotta be.
Is there any obviously accumulated rust on the outside of the vault?
Oh,
Or does it look
definitely.
like it's
The
been
fact
shipped?
of the matter is this thing was built over 100 years ago. It'd be
but-
weird if there weren't wear and tear.
Fair. Does it look like there's been shipping or anything, though, where it would move?
It looks a little like it needs some work, but it looks like it could still work.
No, I mean, like, does the rust look like it might have chipped away from movement? As if it, like, had been opened at some point in within those 100-odd years.
Yes, very much so. So, if you're looking specifically for that, you will pick up on that.
It does appear that they've opened this vault since it got sealed, so they had been outside.
I think, I realize, it's going to be some pitfalls, but what if we just, hung around and, showed them we're not like anyone else who might try to, go to this place for more attacky purposes.
Alright. I mean, I don't really have many other leads. Unless someone's got a pen and paper so I can just write out if we can come in.
I mean,
That too.
We could try it in the deck.
Yeah, alright.
Pendleton just uses, like, his pincer to draw in the dirt near the camp.
You're
near where
not
he
even
sees the
halfway
camera
through
goes.
it when you hear a sound.
What kind of sound?
Oh,
Well, hello. The vault seems to be open.
You can hear stuff clunk. And then an ear-splitting screech of old technology. Right? There's a bright light, and it illuminates a lot of people. People dressed up in security armor, holding various pistols and submachine guns. All right then. You asked. We'll let you in. But we wonder why you're here. Please, come with us.
Well, that was easier than expected. Hello!
Hey,
Oh, Mr. Handy. The Overseer's going to love this.
That sounds rather ominous. Might care to explain why?
Oh, she has a hobby. That's all there is to it.
bet she's not a
As
technophile.
the Vault Tech security spreads around to let you guys inside the front entrance.
As long as she's not a technophile like that weirdo I met earlier.
Technophile? Oh, she very much is.
Nice. Alright, you two have a lovely time. Goodbye!
To one of the guards
Yeah.
with a 10mm SMG immediately points at Pendleton. Come quietly.
Oh, now it's a hostage situation, now is it?
You wanted to come inside?
guys.
Go on.
Okay,
I,
where are we going here?
let Bran Doon fucking speak. He was talking. That's your
Oh, sorry.
No worries. See, it was just as seeing that, it was just kind of like, hey guys, you really don't gotta do that. If we're all going to the same place, we all want to talk to the overseer, right?
You may talk to the overseer. For now, you talk to me. Quite simply, we've had bad experiences with prior visitors. I will leave it at that.
All right, I get it. There's, we ran to some raiders on the way here, but what about Pendleton? Where's he going?
He goes with you, of course. I'm not letting him run off and tell your master about us.
I am my own master, thank you very much. That's exactly why I don't want to deal with another technophile.
I think we've all misread a little bit of everyone's situation. So yeah, if we're all going to be together, I'm cool. I misread on the misreading.
And the leader of the guards blinks after a moment. English isn't your first language. I've heard stories that east of the Cascades, new languages were developing, but you confirm it. Interesting.
It's cool. I could be Bran Doon the Brink for your logs.
Certainly, you will be noted. For now, follow us.
Sure thing, buddy. Yeah.
Security moves to form a perimeter around you as you're escorted through. Sure enough, the smaller door opens. So, why did you come searching for our vault?
Out of character, I am so tired. I honestly don't remember. So you guys are on this.
Mayor from Portland sent us.
Portland? I didn't know that they knew about us.
I don't think they did. They're just worried that Brotherhood of Steel is checking you guys out.
Brotherhood of Steel. Why does it always have to come back to them?
That's
I'm quite trying to steal our car once. I'm not too privy towards kindness toward them.
Yes.
No, to be fair, we did steal the car from them first.
Some of our spies and contacts from outside. Yes, we are aware of what goes on outside. We are not fools. Did talk of this Brotherhood of Steel. We know for certain they're looking for us. So, you can understand my trepidation about someone walking up, asking to come in.
Fair enough. We are not with them. We have been trying to hide from them much ourselves.
I see. Granted, I have not seen one of the irradiated ghouls among their numbers, so that was probably a sign.
Trust me, if I were a part of them, I would be branded with their symbol basically everywhere.
Nevertheless, you all must come. We must all take precautions to protect Vault 6.
Yeah. I do understand. Just please don't let your overseer touch me all over.
Calm down. Yes, she likes to build robots. You're acting like she has a fetish for them.
Oh, we met a gentleman who quite had a fetish for them. Yes, that's exactly why I'm right.
Quite literally. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
He wanted to, for a long and short of it, fuck me.
You can see the gears turn over in his head, and then he just shudders.
Yes, exactly my response. That is why I did not want to deal with a technophile, but she's just got an interest in technology I can relate. Just no dildos.
Noted. In fairness, she's in her 60s. Those days are over.
Definitely not.
He looks at the Nuka-Cola machine. Care for a drink?
I mean, I'm not one to pass up a Nuka-Cola.
Oh, yeah, that sounds cool.
I physically
like, looks
cannot
gem
drink, but I
full, yeah.
appreciate the gesture.
We can also supply some water for your dog.
Oh, thank you. That would be much appreciated.
He ends up getting out of a satchel on his belt some pre-war American dollars and actually inserts them into the machine. A few seconds later, there's a clunk and 2 Nuka-Cola bottles fall out. He hands them to you.
Have you been doing this the entire time?
What?
Have you been using the pre-roll money to operate this machine this entire time?
Yes. Why not?
Do you still circulate that money around the vault? I'm just curious.
Well, about 30 years afterwards. The vault originally sealed. It made things easier for us, for the overseer at the time, to bring that concept back.
Very well. As long as it is working for you, I was going to offer to hack the machine if you'd like, but no. No need.
No, not at all. I would have to detain you for that.
Oh no, if you do not wish for it, then it shall not be done.
Good. Nevertheless, of course, all the people of that time, the majority of them still remembered the old world. They were uncomfortable with how much like communism a vault was, so things adjusted.
Very much so. The Red Menace.
Don't mind us. It's interesting, there's actually wood finish on the sliding doors in here. They also look relatively new.
Have you done recent repairs with some of the nearby fauna? Flora.
As a matter of fact, we do harvest the forest for lumber.
Ah, very well done. Very resourceful of you.
Yes. Why would I'll you continue to just keep going old metal when you can replace it with new construction? So much easier. Alright. Open up the interrogation room, Charlie.
Oh, that sounds very comfortable.
The man gets off the desk and opens the door. The head of security just waves in the general direction of the room.
Alrighty then.
This is a look.
Excuse me, sir. You are standing on top of my face.
The head sits down.
Do you the favor of not sitting on the chair? After all, the thresher will most likely set this on fire.
Noted. Now, introduce yourselves.
I guess I'll go first. Jen O'Connor,
Why do you sound so underwater, Fluff?
But you sound...
Oh, my bad. I put my thing up. I said, I guess I'll go first. Jen O'Connor, Glacier Park Ranger.
I'd find that preposterous, but judging by how you probably are pre-war and your state of dress, I'm inclined to believe you. Next.
Yes. I would be Sir Pendleton at your service. I am the wholly independent Mr. Handy. Used to work for a raider band after the war, and that was atrocious.
The head of security just looks at Pendleton, and he seems a little more suspicious now.
Yeah, see the mustache that's painted on me? Do you think any conscious human being would do that?
I think a human being would do that. Who knows what the state of their karma is, however. One has not yet introduced themselves?
Actually, he introduced himself earlier, but we were not in the interrogation room for your recording, so...
exactly.
Go ahead, my friend.
So, Bran Doon the Brink. I don't know if you talked about, you heard about language. So yeah, I was on the Snake Rivers. Me, my people grew up there, and I met these guys, Motions, to Jen and Pendleton. And there's, well, a lot of bad stuff in there, as you probably know. And we joined up, and we've been traveling down, meeting lots of people, seeing lots of places, and I hope we can get all together and just survive, you know? Mr. Cor-
The head of security bites his lip. You can call me Chief Officer Khan.
Nice to meet you, Khan.
Hi, you said. Pleasure to meet you.
Please note
Pleasure.
that any references to certain pre-war movies involving shouting my name are not appreciated.
Do you still have some of those? I'm assuming you've burned all the tapes at this point.
Oh, we have plenty of copies, yes.
I do you the favor of not speaking. Anyhow, moving on.
Nevertheless, my job is to make sure that the vault remains safe and in a functional community. This is best achieved by vetting anyone who comes near and determining whether to reveal themselves or not, to them or not. Tell me, what do you think will happen if we determine that you are not worthy of this knowledge?
Considering your introduction, I do believe that we would be littered with lead.
It wouldn't necessarily come to that. You might just find yourself in a long-term stay here or something.
I mean, why not? I don't mean to, like, start, but why not just... You know, I could get if you don't trust us, but, if, like, you can't trust us, but we're not a threat, like, could you just let us, like, leave?
It's not that... It's not quite that. Let us assume, for the purposes of this conversation, your intentions are pure. Then you leave, and then let's say those Brotherhood of Steel catch up to you. A month later, they're blowing the door open. They're pumping gas in, because they know we're in here. By having them assume that this vault is empty, they are less inclined to take certain actions.
You must not know the Brotherhood of Steel very well, then.
I know enough to know that they are troubling for us.
Yes, an empty vault will not deter them if they believe there to be any technology inside.
Then let us hope the Vault Tech offices in Seattle didn't explain the generators.
I assume geothermal power from Mount St. Helens.
Yes. This vault has an alternate power source. Instead of the common fusion systems, geothermal power from the volcano supplies everything.
It makes the absolute most sense considering the location of the vault.
Yes, exactly.
However, I do not believe that technology would be well applied anywhere else except for another volcano.
You would be surprised.
Yeah. But considering they threw a fit and chased me down city streets to try and take away our Humvee, I don't think they would bat an eye about blowing open a vault if it meant the power source that they might use to further their means. So, you can... Well, knowing you're paranoid already, you obviously will not take my word for it, but I will give you my word regardless that we will not reveal your location.
He just gets out of another bit of another satchel on his belt, a cigarette and a lighter. He just flicks it, and he just takes a puff. It's more complicated than that, of course.
I got it.
Now, let us start with Poor Land. I assume you intend to tell the mayor that we are indeed inhabited and functioning?
As I recall, he seemed to want a report of some sort to figure things out, but we aren't necessarily inclined towards giving him the proper information, as long as it furthers our own means, to be fair.
We're
I see.
mostly just here to keep the Brotherhood away from you folk.
Oh? Is the mayor making moves against them?
They're trying to invade the council over there, and it's getting quite annoying.
They've threatened with with shelling the city multiple times apparently, and they've bugged the place. So he couldn't say explicitly, but we could kind of read between the lines and figure out that if the Brotherhood gets in here, well, they'll have even more technology, and that's something nobody wants except them right now.
Yes, I do believe that Poland would be in no way inclined to provide power to the ones that are threatening them.
Yes, of course. This does make me wonder, though. These Brotherhood of Steel, we haven't yet to learn why they do what they do. They just don't... They don't strike me as just a more organized raider gang that realized the value of power armor. They came in on boats, after all.
Would I be able to do like an intelligence or something check to know if I've ever come across any details about their purposes?
Considering you haven't found out anything this whole campaign about their purpose, no.
Fair.
All you've seen is just big guys in power armor bullying people around.
Yeah, Jen would kind of pipe up. Bunch of guys in boats coming to a new place, taking it over and oppressing the people that are there doesn't exactly seem out of the ordinary for where we are.
Though the level of technology that they seem to exemplify shows that they're at least on par with some of the technophiles I've come across, if not worse. But to be fair, we have not inquired as to their purpose. Yes, Bran?
Oh yeah, you guys know better than me, but we've thrown a boat down a river. How far up to anywhere you think these guys could have come from then?
Considering that boat. Well, as far as we recall, we noticed that they had a control over some of the seaside. So, theoretically, anywhere along the west coast of the continental United States up through Canada and into Alaska, depending on how sturdy their boats are.
So you think they may have been out of... So, if I'm remembering it all right, so the big war all that time ago, you think they might not even be around from here?
Considering all of their accents, I do believe they're at least native to the USA. They don't have a lot of A's in their voice. They don't seem to talk about maple syrup a lot.
Yes. It's worth noting our contacts suggest that they come from California, but that doesn't mean much considering the size of that place.
Oh yes.
Could be anywhere from the north, which shares a biome just like ours, to where San Diego used to be. Granted, we haven't gotten a good chance to look under the helmets to see ethnicity, so that can't be a clue.
Well, not all of their soldiers wear power armor. They do have some others. We have run into some basic troopers along our travels.
We've heard of these, but in general, we've had a hard time. How much do you know about the history of Seattle?
I would have to peruse any data logs I have, but from personal experience, very little.
Yes, and I assume your data logs would all be pre-war robots.
Yes, very much so. So nothing that would necessarily benefit us at this time.
So, how did you three meet the Brotherhood of Steel?
We stole their Humvee.
Yep, that's about the first thing we did when we found him.
So you see,
And you wonder why they wanted it back. You can just see him just immediately take a nosedive of your guys'
that we
opinions.
stole it already.
I already mentioned that earlier as we were walking along, so he just doesn't.
You did, but you never mentioned it was first contact.
Well, it was a very interesting situation, to be honest. We had been falsely imprisoned on self-defense charges. And to break out and get away, we met that horrible technophile fellow I mentioned. I would not like to dwell on that much longer, and stole a Humvee to get away from the scene.
I see.
This was a bit farther east.
And due to this situation, you have fallen into their sights.
I don't think they have us on record yet, though. Otherwise, they would have caught us a few times now. Well, besides the Humvee.
Yes, we're not in their general records, but we have literally talked to them since then in certain situations and not been arrested. We, instead sold the Humvee at some point, instead got a lovely semi-truck, and have been cruising around in that.
A semi-truck? Wouldn't that be difficult to drive around?
Oh, trust me, we have a robot at the wheel, it'll be fine.
Plus, it's good for carrying cargo.
This is true. So, what do you plan to do?
Well, our primary objective overall, as to why we are even out in this part of the country in the first place, is that there is a concern over some ravenous beasts that live out further east that may very well see to threaten both Bran Doon's native tribes and the surrounding tribes, and if they so decide, as inclined but as animals they are, to murder out west too. They are referred to as spindlers, and I will leave the rest to Jen O'Connor, as she is an expert on the matter.
Yep, been watching spindlers since, well, they were spindlers. Giant-ass fucking spiders the size of death claws.
What's a death claw?
Okay,
A death claw is about 10 to 12 foot tall on average. A child of a death claw is about the size of a mortal man. Just to put it in perspective. So imagine a spider that
They're
big.
nightmares, what they are.
yeah.
So truly monstrous spiders.
In massive groups that for some reason have pack mentality, which is quite adverse to normal spiders, but it's been very interesting, that devastate entire civilizations and eat all their population and livestock.
Unprepared, they can take out just about anything in big enough numbers.
Our goal around here was to get the necessary assistance and manpower / weapon power to aid the tribals in not meeting such a fate.
Ah, so you came on business. And along
That's
the way,
nice.
you got caught up in our own troubles.
That would
Pretty
about sum it
much.
up, yes.
Apologies to the situation west of the Cascades. If you had come 20 years ago, things would have been different. But we don't get to choose the times we live in.
Suppose
if we-
not.
I'm fairly certain if we did, we would all be living 200 years ago.
Pre-war. Yes.
But for now, I'm going to speak to the Overseer. Men, be ready if need be. The security guards end up taking out their weapons and pointing them to the party. Khan walks out of the door, and you can see on the other side of the door is an older woman with plenty of lines on her face waiting for him. The door shuts before the two start speaking.
Is the pointing at us necessary? Like, what? Do you think I'm just suddenly going to, like, what do you think is gonna happen here, guys?
One of the guard pointing at Jen speaks up. Well, look at it this way. The first time we had a ghoul come in, I assume you know about Feral and the whole mental situation there?
Well,
You're telling
considering
me.
she's still hanging out like this and talking with you.
Yeah, I know, but I know, but
better safe than sorry.
Yeah, one day, the first ghoul he met lost it, ended up killing a kid. So frankly, this is just practical. The rest is just because same thing for the robot. A wire goes down or breaks, and suddenly someone's lost their spleen.
Malfunctions, I get you.
Wait, you're telling me that no radiation, no outward sort of influence, a ghoul just snap like that went feral?
I mean, the human condition is very much not intended to last as long as you are. The fact that you've kept your faculties is a testament to your own will.
I suppose so.
Some do not carry that will, and some deteriorate over time. Especially considering you are still dealing with latent radiation, whether or not you know it.
Yeah, guess so.
Look, it's just better safe than sorry to treat everyone like this. I mean, prove yourself, it'll change, but besides, for what it's worth, you're probably just gonna not be allowed to leave and spend the rest of your days here.
I mean, from how we've been treated elsewhere, that's almost merciful. Almost.
Well, we're capable of mercy. If we lose this vault, that's going away.
Yeah, I figured that.
Oh, yes.
Wouldn't be any different from groups of raiders that roamed Seattle long ago.
Yes, yeah, I hate raiders.
Do you guys have not to go with the worst case here, but do you guys have any sort of like messengers and stuff to go out? Because there's kind of situation.
Yeah, we do have people that go out incognito. So if you wanted to set something up, perhaps we could send someone we do trust regarding your old lives. Like if you have a wife and children, we could bring them here for you.
Nothing like, well, yeah, no, not that, but I don't know. We're kind of trying to organize the whole thing. Jen mentioned about the big old menace you're trying to stop.
Yes, yeah.
It's like the misinformation. I don't, if I'm gonna be stuck here, it's anything.
I do believe if anything, that would be something to discuss with the Overseer, Brandon.
Yeah. I'm just gonna wait. I don't want to flip out yet. We're just gonna be here. Go. Cool.
All right. Personally, though, I'll believe it when I see it. When you got something to back up that you're actually putting together something to deal with the Brotherhood of Steel.
Oh, pardon me just a moment. I can. Oh wait, you were talking about the Brotherhood of Steel. I was about to show you this from the Spindler situation.
And Sir Pendleton reaches into the backpack that he has carrying around, pulls out the head.
Right when you pull out the head, the door opens again, and the older woman's just looking at it, and you can tell she's just disgusted. The fuck is that?
That would be a Spindler.
We're dealing with.
Ew! Just put it away. Put that thing away.
I like wearing it. It's a hat, but okay.
Pendleton puts it away.
Thank you. Okay, well that backs up what Khan just told me about your Spindler situation. So I believe that's why you came here. And judging by the Brotherhood of Steel from what we know, I believe that. The only thing I don't know for certain is if you'll be able to continue to evade them. That being said, you should know that this whole thing's been recorded, and I've actually been listening on the computer over the camera this whole time.
Oh, that speeds things up drastically. Thank you very much.
Hey, as long as it isn't headed toward the BOS, I'm fine with being recorded.
It won't. Oh, don't worry. It's not gonna be at all. Anyways, my name's Laura Chen. Pleased to meet you all. She offers a
It's a
bow.
pleasure.
Off small.
Oh, you have manners.
Jen kind of like gives a nod, just kind of like a small bow-ish nod sort of thing.
Awkward chair bow.
Yeah, she smirks a little at this. Nevertheless, welcome to Vault 6. After you'll remain under escort, but you will no longer have weapons constantly pointed at you. Put them down, boys. And thus all the guards lower their weapons.
Thank the
Thank you.
good Lord above, giving me flashbacks from that raider camp.
So many raiders, so little time. You know, I used to be a scout back when I was younger.
Oh.
Got to go to the grand opening of the Pleasure Palace in Portland. Fairly certain that's how I got my daughter.
Oh.
You hear more and more of the place.
Yeah, it has a reputation. But it was worth it. But yes, what I want to talk to you about is the situation regarding the Brotherhood of Steel. Who are you looking to bring against them?
Whatever
That'd
we
be
can
the
manage.
Blackfoot Confederacy.
That too.
The who?
I guess I owe a little bit of an explanation. Blackfoot Confederacy. It's one of the few civilizations that's been mostly-ish untouched by the bombs. They've been hanging out kind of a little bit past the ridge. I'd say a bit farther northeast. And in Montana, I believe it is.
Forgive me. I need to refer to the old names. What Commonwealth was Montana in?
Oh Lord. Jen's
Do you
just
happen to
rocking
have a
her.
map of the old world in any shape or form?
We do, yes.
If you
Khan,
could
have
provide,
one of
I
your men
shall
bring
show
one.
you.
About 10 minutes later, someone does manage to bring in an old map and gingerly unfurls it on the desk.
Do you
Alright,
mind if I
Jen's-
mark this?
As a matter of fact, we do. This thing has been around since the vault was first sealed.
Okay, do you mind if I get a spare piece of parchment or paper?
We do have spare paper, yes. A minute later, they manage to bring you a piece of paper and a pen.
Excellent!
So what I sort of want to do here is Pendleton wants to like camera analyze the paper and then replicate it with like the proper like state borders of pre-war,
Right.
and then mark the appropriate locations that are relevant to this conversation.
Alright.
That's
And
gonna
Jen-
require a bit of a roll to do. What kind of roll would you like to do for this?
Well, I mean, you can argue in two ways. Part of it is that it's computer science because it's my computer systems like analyzing and replicating it. And otherwise it's dexterity in a way, or
Agility?
agility, yeah, for accurately doing it.
Let's have it be both. Roll agility first. No modifier.
Ah, fuck.
Alright, hold on. We're not done yet. Although you got a -9. Yikes. Go ahead and roll computer science. Modifier -50.
Well, this is a bad map.
98. You end up drawing an image that, depending upon how you look at it, might seem kind of offensive.
And apologies, that was not in
Khan
any way
just
the intent.
narrows his eyes in disappointment, while Chen is holding back, is doing her best to hold back a laugh. Okay, I get what you're trying to
At
do.
least that breaks the ice.
I get what you're trying to do, but I'm gonna ask you not to do it anymore.
Yes, well, let me just point at it.
Just point out where around it is on the map, on the original map,
that
without
works.
touching it.
Why didn't you do that the first time?
I wanted to give you a bit more accurate recreation, but it seems that my servers are acting up a little bit.
Okay then. Alright, so the Spindlers are here, and the Blackfoot are further east here. They're on the other side of the Rockies.
Yep, they're a very big distance away, but I can personally attest that they have pretty large numbers, and they haven't met the Brotherhood of Steel, but they're definitely opposed them principle-wise. Oh, sorry. Let me repeat that.
We could hear it.
Yeah,
Alright.
we could hear it. It just
It's
sounded
just
weird.
it's just the change in audio quality that causes. It doesn't actually mean we can't hear you.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry.
Do I want to ask why on principle they would want to immediately go after the Brotherhood of Steel?
Well, let's just say a bunch of people in boats came to their lands and started taking it over and oppressing them too.
They're both racking their heads. Then Khan whispers something into the overseer's ears. They're Native American, aren't they?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that explains so much. Well, it might get a bit awkward if they meet us specifically, but if you want to bring them to bear against the Brotherhood of Steel somehow, we certainly won't stop you. And maybe once it's clear that they do arrive, we can give you personally some information on our contact networks.
That would be much appreciated and might help me persuade them.
Oh, so you'd like something? Khan turns to look at you. Oh, so now you want something to help with your goal. What in particular would sway the Blackfoot Confederacy?
Huh. What would sway them? I mean, they've reclaimed a lot of the land that was taken from them, but they certainly wouldn't turn their nose up at more. Let's see.
You're telling me they would be willing to immigrate all the way to Washington and conquer it for themselves?
Maybe, maybe not. It really depends on who the chieftain is. Politics and all that.
Do you happen to have a ham radio?
We do have a radio, yes. I
Well,
assume
we
you wish
can
to use it?
We can always use it to contact them. And if they agree to, I can give you their frequency. But only if they agree to.
Here's what will happen. You will give us their frequency, and we will talk to them ourselves.
They will probably not discuss with you if they do not have Jen as an intermediary. So you will at least need to be in the room to affirm that it is coming from a trusted source. The rest of us don't
She'll
matter.
be in the room long enough to affirm, and no more.
Alright. Sounds good enough to me. You guys seem pretty trustworthy, despite putting guns to our heads just a minute ago. Other than that, you seem alright.
better to ask for forgiveness later than assume and make a horrible mistake.
I don't blame you.
Vault 6 has survived because we've learned from the past. And we really want to be careful if a bunch of Native Americans with chips on their shoulders about how we handled the land come by. You understand, of course.
I
Are you
guess.
the American government? If not, I don't think they should have too much qualm with you.
We're not the American government, but we're the closest thing left to America.
I'd argue, in spirit, that'd be the Brotherhood.
Considering they're taking over everything, yes.
Oh, come off it. California, his documentation as being pompous and more important than it really was is so well known.
Fair enough.
Yes, exactly. I'm sure you were around for that. But yes, if something can be worked out, wouldn't be opposed to assisting in trying to remove the Brotherhood of Steel from Washington. It'd be nice. Did you know that before they were coming, we were attempting to arrange some towns to come together? Form a bit of a council to rival Portland. Easier to live when you have greater bargaining power. Yeah, it's certainly good for us if we're the ones that set it up, of course.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Brotherhood of Steel have made this a little difficult.
Yes, black taps tend to do that.
Oh, it's not just that. Around Seattle, they've actually started to... How do I put this? Well, it's basically food taxes. Yes. No need to bother importing from California when you can use the locally grown sourced food.
Definitely sounds like some
take it off themselves, or they something like that.
It's more that they expect a teeth and then they don't get anything in return. I mean, they did clear out a bunch of raider gangs around Seattle. That whole place was just a guaranteed death trap for forever. Until they came that whole what used to be Seattle, we wrote that off as a quarantine zone. So they did turn Seattle into something functioning, but we have no idea why they're here or what they're up to. It's just messing with everybody. And it's got to stop. So they can either come clean at the end of a gun, or they'll never come clean at all. So, let's set up that ham radio.
Alrighty.
It'll take a little bit, so feel free to explore the vault. To explore this floor of the vault. Do note that it will take some time to clear you to be able to go down into the living quarters.
Fair enough.
And certainly, I can't have you going into my office just yet. Though,
Alrighty.
Although if Pendleton would like to check out my robot workshop...
You may have been informed by your compatriots. Please, no touching.
Hold on, 1 minute.
Yes. Still, I thought you'd like to see my collection of Protectron parts.
I would love to.
Fantastic. Alright then. 1 guard attaches to each guest. The dog does not count as a guest. So, you guys are free to explore the vault. This floor of the vault, anyways.
Nice.
Bran Doon.
Well.
Hey, where you going?
I guess out of here at least.
Yeah.
I'll probably just follow along to see her protect on stuff. Why not?
Alright.
I'm gonna check out what this thingy over here is.
Oh, that's the vault self-destruct.
Oh, I'm gonna back away from that now.
Yes, you
Something
should.
so casual to mention.
Well, threatening to blow everyone sky high if they invade the vault is a good deterrent to force people to leave.
Yes, the Scotch approach as it is. Quite more literal than scorched.
Certainly it is.
I know I'm likely not allowed there for various reasons, but do you guys have a shooting range?
We do have a shooting range, yes.
Awesome.
It's actually integrated into the hallways here.
Oh.
Yes. We can pop out the turrets, and they've got special padding to give them some protection. They won't shoot back, so don't worry about it. But I will tell you that you will not be allowed to participate.
Fair enough.
Still, I can certainly provide a demonstration. Please,
Sure.
come with me.
Alright, I'm coming.
Oops, didn't mean to drag click that. There we go.
Okie dokie. Coming over here. Roxanne's no clipping through the walls. She's going to the back rooms.
Not today.
Not today.
All right. Eventually, you and Khan come to a section of hallway.
Alrighty.
He presses some buttons on the sides of the wall, and some targets actually descend out of the ceiling. It's worth noticing all the doors automatically lock when you do this, so no one can accidentally wander in and get hurt.
Fair enough.
Have to be economical of space after all. Care for a drink? The communal kitchen is this way, or rather the communal restaurant.
Oh. Ooh.
Sure enough, there's a sign on the door that says dinner above it.
Hot damn.
There's tables. You are getting quite a lot of looks because it's clear that it's been a while since a ghoul's come through, but it's not like, what the fuck is that? It's like, oh, that's rare. Yeah. There's a jukebox. There's plenty of drinks and food. I recommend the buffalo wings.
Ooh, it's been a while since I've had those. Alright, count me in.
Do you know how hard it is to replicate the ingredients for the sauce?
I cannot possibly imagine.
Very hard. Consider this a gift. And a welcome to Vault 6.
Of course. If you want, I can even give you some of the recipes of my own.
We're certainly always looking. Meanwhile, what's Bran Doon up to?
Bran Doon would ask his guard just...
Right.
So, conversation, there's a lot of stuff. Talk about stuff in the past. You guys have any place to, show off or, really show that? Catch up? Because I know, he's been around a long time, and I figure, I could catch up.
Well, if you want history, we do have a library. You know how to read?
Yeah, I could read some stuff.
All right, I can take you to the library on the lower floor, I think. Let me just clear it with my supervisor.
Okay.
About 5 minutes later, he returns. All right, you're clear, but you won't be allowed to touch some sections.
All right, just don't I can touch.
Yeah, here, come on, follow me. sure enough, you come to the elevator and to the rest of the vault, which I have not mapped out because it's unnecessary. Just place your token at the north of the map. After being escorted through some very similar halls, you come to a sign that says library, and you see a lot of wooden bookshelves. So, what you looking for in particular?
I guess just, I don't know, the starts of where we are.
Start how we got here. You realize how far back that can go, right?
Yeah, I just, yeah, no, hang on. Maybe I could think of, you ever heard of a cheeseburger? Do you guys have cheeseburgers? How that whole thing start out?
I have no idea how it started out, and I'm not sure if we got the story behind that, but it was a thing. It was a thing in the old pre-war world. Super common.
You got anything on pre-war food then?
There's a few cookbooks we got.
Some places start out. We'll go do that.
It's fucking spending all day reading through cookbooks.
It does.
What half the ingredients
They're all
are.
written by the same man, however. Guess the author, by the way.
Chef Boyardee?
Nope.
Gordon Ramsay.
Nope.
Guy Fieri.
Yes!
I knew it was gonna be. I was about to say Flavor Town.
Yes.
Holy crap,
you are reading the entire. You are reading. You spend the entire night and the next day reading everything there is about the history of Flavor Town.
All right.
It is an experience.
Kind of both to ask for ask for clarification on some things, but also just be like, oh, you see this?
It's flavor. He's got to get some fucking survival skill points from that shit. It's Flavor Town.
You're right. Though it's worth noting that it also gives him compulsion to have frosted tips in his hair, but I'm just joking, of course, about that. You don't actually need to get frosted tips. But I will give you 5 points in survival for this.
All right.
Damn.
We will refer back to the Guy Fieri later.
I'm sure you will.
The guy known as Fieri.
Meanwhile, with the Overseer and Pendleton, welcome to my workshop. It's got its own power grid using fusion, unlike the rest of the vault. Here's the main construction station, and inside these walk-in crates you will find so many parts. They're my pride and joy. Well, my grandkids are my pride and joy, but you get the idea.
Quite, I understand. Anything in particular you'd like to show me?
Oh, yes, actually.
Projects.
There is one thing that would be interesting to show you, but it's not necessarily all up here. Inside this container she's in front of, you can see what looks like giant Protectron legs, and nothing else. It's pretty massive.
Sorting and organizing.
Oh, no need to. I do all my own organizing. But this is my pet project. I plan to attach these legs to something.
Are you going to make a multi-legged beast of a sort?
Oh, not multi-legged, but certainly turn something more mobile. Can't talk about it fully, because you understand why I have to be careful. But,
yes, quite.
But, I mean, it looks cool, isn't it? Do you know how much welding I've had to do?
Aesthetically pleasing, yes. To be quite honest, I must admit that I am a bit biased towards, the thruster mode of transportation, but that is quite obviously because that's what I've had all my time.
Oh, I wish I could use thrusters, but the thing that would have to be holed up would require so much constant thrust and fuel that legs make far more sense. I wish I could.
Yes, something heavy.
It is very heavy. What it is, however, I can't say. Though I do hope that I
That's
don't have
fair.
to use it.
I'm assuming it with a statement like that, it must be a weapon of a sort.
Well,
Or
it
at
would
least
certainly crush
dangerously
you, I can tell that
active,
much.
Yes, that makes quite a lot of sense. Do you have any active robots around the vault, actually?
We actually do have some Protectrons and Mr. Handies in the lower sections.
Oh, I would love to meet some fellow handies.
Currently, they're all working on the plumbing right now, so... But, and we can't allow you to go into such a critical system. But they're
No
around.
worries. Just some reminiscing over the old times when I used to work on basic rudimentary household tasks like that.
I wouldn't say it's rudimentary or basic handling the plumbing of a vault.
Well, yes, but it's certainly not.
I mean,
a
someone bangs the wrong
upgrades.
pipe, and suddenly your showers are out of our own waste.
Yes,
Technically, they
but-
already are, but they do get purified at least.
Yes, the sad truth of living in an isolated area like this. But you make the best of what you can. And it seems like you've been doing just that.
Yes, and we'd like to keep it that way.
Trust me, I do not wish to cause any dividend. For you see, my time has been unpleasant since the war. Bombs dropped. Of course, the immediate loved ones I knew passed away, but I've had, a couple of centuries to come to terms with that quite well. The thing that irks me off quite so is, when I was found by raiders. And those raiders wanted to use me. And I got no say in the matter.
I see. Well, I can't guarantee that you'll have full choice while here, but there will be more than in your time there.
You're not having me wipe some raider's ass. I think that's an immediate improvement.
Well, if a baby needs its diaper changed.
Babies, I understand. Physically incapable of doing it. A full-grown man? No.
What if that man were in his 90s?
Fair.
That's what I thought.
I said full-grown, not elderly, low, for clarification.
Of course. After some time, it actually takes ages to get the ham radio ready. Like, it's the next day. They take you to a spare room to sleep in, and though it's constantly under guard, it's very comfortable. Welcome to October 2nd, 2179, everybody. When the next day comes, you're all recongregated back into the security room. The ham radio is set up and ready.
Again. What the fuck are you saying?
There we go. Sorry, had some troubles with my mic. Yeah.
If you're talking
shoot.
back to the room that we were in before.
Alrighty. So, guess I'd go on and get on the frequency.
Oops, knocked something over. Ignore that rattling sound.
Oh, that must be.
Be rats. There's always rats.
I'd then switch over to Sika and say, "This is the Ghost of Green Mountain here. I'm here with some people who might be able to help us about our New Age invader problem. Just be
Ghost
careful.
of the Green Mountain. Please wait. Someone someone proper will be here in a moment."
Alrighty. She'll get off of Sika. It's gonna take a little bit.
The overseer
So
nods.
love that title. Curse of the Green Mountain. So romantic.
Yeah.
After a few minutes, another voice is heard, still speaking in their native language. Ghost of the Green Mountain. Who are these people?
Vault dwellers, weirdly enough. But they also have a common interest in, helping these folk who plan to invade, seeing their way out. Their common interest.
I see. A bit surprising to hear that there's a vault that still survived. We don't know of any that are still alive.
Yeah, it was a surprise to me too. Either way, I'm gonna be switching you over to them so you can talk to them personally.
Oh, they're actually here.
Yes.
Give me a moment. We will have a proper representative for this come over.
Alrighty.
Yet again, you're all waiting a few minutes.
Gonna take another few minutes. They're getting a representative.
Anyone want to sing some show tunes?
Line them up. I'll hear them the first round and try the second.
Pendleton tries to connect to the radio to play any music and can't get through because they're in the vault.
I didn't think of that very well. Let's see if I have anything recorded.
Just like some shuffling sounds of like tapes reversing.
And then you hear it. Big girls don't cry. Big
Immediately turns
girls.
it off.
Oh my lord. I wish I wasn't wearing headphones.
Why in the heck do I still have that
I
recorded?
don't want to stinker
I
down
remember.
again.
I remember. Jeremy from the Raider camp. Sorry for your ears. I hope you don't get tinnitus.
Oh, I'm worried that's gonna give me arthritis. The overseer steps
Some bad
back.
vibration that hits your limbs, eh? Sorry.
The hell was that? A voice says over the radio.
Oh, pardon me, that is a companion of Jen O'Connor's.
Yeah, I've been traveling with a few folks. One of them's Mr. Handy, and apparently, you know what? At this point, I don't know
A
either.
practical joke from an old raider who used to think they owned me. Never mind, go on.
Alright. So, apparently, I'm talking to a still living vault here.
Yep.
I
Weirdly
believe that
enough,
would be your cue, overseer.
I'll patch him over to you now. As she stops speaking Sixika and says, "Okay, it's all yours."
The overseer nods. I'm just going to fast forward through this because I don't feel like having a conversation with myself.
All right.
But
Yeah,
it's
like the Cliff Notes
No,
version.
no, come on, it's fun. No, yeah, I'm fine with that.
all right. It's about an hour before the conversation's done.
All right.
Eventually, the overseer gives them a thank you and shuts off the ham radio. All right then. They might actually follow through. If they show up, Vault 6 will fall behind you. If they do not, nothing changes. Nevertheless, we will have to let you go.
All right. So we're just heading back to Portland then.
Yes, but there is just one thing to consider. Do not tell Portland that we are here. We will probably have to reveal ourselves to them once the Blackfoot arrive. But it's better to choose the reveal on our own terms, not theirs.
We will inform them that the vault was completely destroyed in the whole ordeal. Or completely abandoned and looted by raiders? Which would you prefer?
Completely abandoned
Hey,
and looted by unknown parties.
Wouldn't be that unlikely with Brotherhood around.
You know, every
Yes.
cloud has a silver lining, however that goes.
Perhaps. For now, though, you are welcome to welcome to our own facilities. If you would like to purchase some equipment, you are welcome to.
Oh, I definitely will.
And don't worry, you please note that there will be no discounts until the Blackfoot show up. However,
I figured that.
is fair. Can we... Rather, I would like to inquire about some potential electronic upgrades. First off, with your blessing, once the Blackfoots get here, I would like to inquire about some form of connector. For you see, obviously you could see that we were looking into the panel outside. If we were to come across
Yes.
another vault, I would like the appropriate connections to at least interface with it.
you realize you're asking for a Pip-Boy, correct?
I have not spelled such a term now.
You don't see what we're all wearing on our wrists? She holds up her
Is that
left
how you
arm.
do it?
Yes. She ends up, of course, pulling the connector cord out, and you can see it would fit in perfectly.
Wow, that makes so much sense now.
Yes.
Vault-Tec are very interesting with their technologies.
Yes. Our creators certainly were interesting. She bites her lip.
Creators.
Yes. Vault-Tec created this place, did it not?
Sure.
Yes, but you said error creator. Never mind, I'm not even going to pry.
Yes, please don't. Nevertheless,
Noted.
you feel free to purchase whatever you want, whether it be weapons, food supplies, or even trading supplies, but no discounts. You are treated as just known traders for now.
Excellent, that will suffice just fine for the moment.
Now, will you be coming by truck in the future or on foot?
Is there even a trail from here that can carry semi?
Oh, yeah. We've done our best to maintain the road. Sure, it's more gravel now, but I think it could get up. Really, it's the Brotherhood of Steel possibly patrolling through here again that's the issue.
Yes, very much. If we were to bring the truck all the way up here, that would arouse suspicion.
It would, yes. But for now, as I recognize you as safe free traders, you no longer need any escorts.
Excellent,
Good.
thank you very much.
Chief of Security Khan raises an eyebrow at the overseer but says nothing.
Awesome. Alright. You know... Ooh, that does remind me. I was planning on giving you folks some of my family recipes.
By all means, go ahead.
Alright, off to the kitchen I go then. I'm away from my computer right now, so I can't exactly move myself, but you get the idea.
Alright. It's worth noting when you give away the recipes, you actually do manage to gain some money. Add 30 tabs.
Nice. I'll add those once I get back to my computer.
Alright. So, is there anything you guys would like to purchase from a vault?
Well, I mean, I already talked about getting the connector, which turned out to be a Pip-Boy, but apparently they're willing to sell that.
Well, depending upon the model of Pip-Boy.
Anything with a rudimentary interface. Yes, I know.
I turned off the voice, you can deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's just looking for anything with, like, that rudimentary cable that he can have installed to use.
Well, the default Pip-Boy is 7,000. Do you guys want to
Wow.
spend? Yes, it's technically over 7,000, but I'm just rounding here.
Well, I'm not looking for the whole Pip-Boy, I'm looking for the interface cable.
Just the interface cable.
I'm a robot, I can't wear a wrist-based contraption.
Right. Others can.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah, I
but
don't
They aren't
get
the
it.
ones who are going to be doing the hacking now, are they? If we come
This is
across
true.
another vault
Nope.
that is abandoned.
All right. If you guys just want the cable, it's gonna be 2,000 tabs.
I don't believe we even have that much, so that will have to be put on hold. Like, I don't remember how much
Well,
Brandon
I mean-
still has carrying our money.
Right. Again, reminder that they explicitly said that there would be a discount once the Blackfoot actually arrived.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, number one, we don't have to buy enough money to buy it without the discount in anyway.
Mhm.
So we would have to wait regardless. And number two, there's going to be a discount. We'll just put that on hold.
Right.
So overall, otherwise, Pendleton doesn't have anything in particular that he's looking for. Like general electronic upgrades that would also cost too much, so can't do. Like being a robot is rough. You can't buy nice shit for yourself
Mhm.
unless you have a lot to spend.
Yep. What about anyone else? Do they want anything?
If they've got any books or magazines, maybe.
I mean, they do have a large library.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So if you would like to purchase something, they would be willing to part with it for a few hundred tabs.
Check it out, Jen. They have a. I mean, I may have been focused on a thing, but they have a lot. Like, it's pretty wow.
Well, I think she'll
Fucking
probably...
Jen and Bran Doon discussing fucking Guy Fieri recipes.
Oh yeah, she's one for sure reading those Guy Fieri books. And for two, she's gonna see what other kinds of books she can find and read while she's there.
She's not gonna start putting frosted tips in her hair, is she?
Not yet.
Oh no, what have I done?
That comes a few more volumes in.
Alright, joking aside, is what perhaps you would like a book that increases your skills?
Sure.
Though it's worth noting that there's... Alright then. What kind of skills would you like to raise?
Probably either small guns or observation.
Well, as it turns out, they do have copies of Guns and Bullets for 200. That raises both small guns and big guns by 10. For 200 tabs.
I would like any books on programming they might have.
Alright, they do have a total hack. For 300, you always get a free reroll when hacking a terminal. Well, actually, no, it's not always. You get one reroll roll that resets after a break or R&R. So
That would be useful without me using vault points unnecessarily to do my rerolls. So it depends on how much money we have and if you guys are willing to part with it.
So yeah, 200 for Guns and Bullets, 300 for total hack.
If we've got the caps, we should we should
And
maybe
how
get
much
both.
money do we fucking have? How hard is it for you to
52
take that?
pools!
God damn. We've been like, do we have enough money this whole entire time? And you're the one keeping track of our finances.
No one specified. I was like 52 ring pools.
Read
I mean, just
through
right
the
now.
lines.
You only
Then
have
I just-
52. Oof.
And then I have 30, which isn't enough. But if we try and get some work around here, we might be able to buy one of them.
I mean, if you want something cheaper, you can get just a magazine for 75 tabs, and that will just give you +5 and whatever skill you'd like.
Oh, alright.
That would be cheaper option, a little less powerful, but you could get it now.
Alright. Which one should we get then? Pendleton, do you think we should get the, fucking, whatever magazine,
I
computer
mean,
science?
If we get
Programmer's
computer
Digest.
science, Yeah, Programmer's Digest. If we get that, we can give me +5. That'll bring me up to like 80 odd. It's really up to if you think that the potential of hacking further things is going to be more practical than the shooting of further things in the near future.
I could see an argument for both, honestly.
Flip a coin. Roll a 1d2.
Sure.
Decide. One is programmers, two is guns.
Flip a tab, you mean?
Yeah.
Flip a tab.
Right. I will let you do the honors, actually, because this was your idea in the first place. So, R1D2. One is programming, two is...
I'm away from my computer
guns.
right now.
Damn. All right, then never mind. I will do that for you. All right, we're getting your gun book. Your gun magazine.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, Milsurp review for 75 tabs.
Alrighty. Sounds good. I'll definitely be reading that.
All right, step up for a second. How many tabs exactly?
75.
I have
Oh.
30, so I'll be spending all of my 30, and then whatever else from the pool.
All right.
All right, so that's 45 of the 52 tabs on Bran.
Alrighty. Sounds good. We've got a magazine now. That's good. That's cool. It's groovy.
All right, then. Is there anything you guys would like to try selling to the vault?
Oh shit, yeah, that's right. We can sell shit. Ooh, I could fuck. See, we could get Programmer's Digest if I sold... Would I be able... How many of my bullets would I have to sell in order to get fucking Programmer's Digest?
Let's see. 10mm bullets, I presume, or do you mean another type of ammo?
Let's go with 10 mil.
All right, 10 mil it is. Let me just quickly go over to the bullets. All right, let's see. 10mm. Each one is valued at just 2 tabs, so... Not very well.
Alright, what about the other one?
308?
308, yeah.
3 tabs.
3 tabs per. Damn. Man.
Yeah, you don't actually start getting bang for your buck until you break into like 45, 70, 50 cal, and 12.7mm.
Yeah, that's probably for the best,
Don't worry
though.
too much
So it's
about it. Hold on to your ammo.
alright. You say so. Then again, she kind of says, we do have this Yaguai leather.
Speaking of the Yaoguai leather, have you made an Ursa hood yet?
I have not.
If you use 3 pounds of it, you can make one. You can make an Ursa hood.
This is true, but I also wouldn't be getting the +1 perception from my hat.
That's true. But the Ursa hood would save your life. Which means if you go comatose, you'll be at 1 HP.
Ooh. I might want to do that.
You just need 1 pound of refined metal and 2 pounds of Yaoguai leather. And you can certainly get the refined metal here.
Alright then,
The single piece of refined metal is 10 tabs for reference.
I think I'll make that. I'll give that to Bran if I do end up making it. Because I'm probably not going to be in the front lines as much as the person with the fucking sling.
Okay.
So I'd probably give that to Bran if I did make that, because it just seems like a little bit more sense for him.
All right.
How much
so
do the scrap electronics sell for?
Yeah.
scrap
Here, but thank-
electronics sell for. Come on, scroll down. Oh, right. I actually got ahead of it. It's 2 a pop.
Not much. Gotcha. I have like nothing else really.
You're sure it's scrap electronics and not computer parts?
I had scrap metal and scrap electronics. And I used scrap metal for something earlier.
Okay. Well, yeah, scrap electronics are just 2 a pop.
Although, hold on, I could if I got 2 refined metal, I could probably make 2 hoods if I've got enough leather or Yaguai leather, right?
Yes, you could. Obviously, it takes some time, but they're perfectly happy to let you lodge here.
All right, I might do that.
So the first night they gave you food. All further nights, though, you have to start eating into your own supplies.
That's fair enough. But yeah, I'll buy 2 refined metal and I'll sell off.
Do we
whatever...
even have enough to buy 2 refined metal?
I can
It's
sell
20.
off some of my. I can sell off some of my 308. So like, what is it? 4
It's
308.
4 bullet. Yeah, that would give you 12 tabs.
Yeah.
If you sell off 6 308 and 1 10mm, you get 20 tabs, which is enough for 2 scrap metal.
All right, we'll do that then.
Okay, then. I guess we're making the Ursa hood. Do note that it's rare, so the crafting time is related to that.
Yep. I gotcha. I will get to that once I get back to my computer.
All right.
Kind of doing chores while I'm doing D&D right now, or not D&D, but you get what I mean.
What's the name of the system?
Vaults and Death Claws.
There you go.
Yeah!
Do I
Say
get?
the
Do I
line,
get a
Bart!
vault point?
No!
Do I
Shut
get
up!
a vault point?
No, shut up!
You will when you get back to your get back to your computer.
Yay! All right, I'll hurry up with chores.
Let's see. Helmet is rare, so it will take 6 hours. So basically half of daylight.
Alrighty. So crafting both of them will take me a whole ass day. Damn.
Yeah. Yes, it will. And it's up to you.
Okay.
In addition to making it, of course, there's also the skill requirement.
So there's a chance that I just fail. What happens if I
It's a
fail?
penalty of minus 75.
What happens if I do fail? Do I like have to retry, or are the materials destroyed?
We'll answer that question when you get back. In the meantime, what's anyone else got anything?
Nope, not really.
All right.
Bran Doon would like to, he would just like to check if there's anything that would, anything that could effectively fill the role of a sling bullet. Or even if there's anything kind of like his sling, but more, sturdy.
Let's see. What skill are you currently... remind you what skill your sling staff is using again?
The sling staff itself is archery.
Okay, that's... Alright then. Well, they do have some crossbows available.
It's interesting to take a look at it. If there's a guy around, you kind of want to see it in action.
Oh, and someone is certainly able to do a test run. You can't actually touch it, but they got no problem doing it, especially since the bolts are retrievable. Note that it's just 10 tabs for the simple light/hand crossbow, but obviously the whole situation with damage is going to tell you it's not going to be doing much. Note that using a default bolt, it's 44 plus 10.
44 plus 10.
All right. If you want to spend, it'll become 44 plus 20 if you use a medium crossbow, and if you spend 40 for the heavy, it will be 44 plus 30. But do note that the way heavy crossbow is technically big enough that you could also roll with big guns instead if you wanted to.
Man, that's pretty wild. How much extra would I get for would I be spending for
All
two
right.
more of those things? He points at the bolts.
2 bolts?
No, I mean like two whole racks of them.
Let's see. A single bolt is only 1 tab.
So is
So
it something
are
you came up with? And
it's the
Sorry.
same case if you want to get the armor-piercing bolts as well, which do less damage, but obviously eats through DT and AC much better.
huh? And are these you guys came up with these down here?
All right. At this, the security guard who was demonstrating for you shakes his head. Nah, these have been around forever, man. But they are a heck of a lot cheaper than bullets. Basically, at some point, Vault Security started preferring these until we got trade up and running again.
All right. No, that's good to know. See when we get back, and yeah, he's his curiosity sated.
All right. So you don't want to get a crossbow after all?
Not right now, no.
I mean, you sure? It's only 20 tabs for the medium-sized one.
It's real tempting, but I know where to find you.
This is true. And I'm certain you're going to love the price when you see the discount. But okay, nothing.
Wait. Go back there.
Yeah,
price,
if you guys actually bring these Blackfoot folks up here, you're getting a discount. Heard it from the boss man.
Oh hell, well, I only said not today.
Mm-hmm. Well, take care.
Take care.
Anything else left, or are you just gonna wait another day to leave just so you can craft the Ursa hoods? That the plan?
Pendleton.
That's about right.
Jen.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just starting to kind of get there, so I should be back at my computer soonish. Now might be a good time for 10 minutes.
10-minute break? Okay, sure.
That's all right with everyone else?
Alrighty. Yep, we can do
All right.
that.
See everyone soon.
All right. See ya.
And we are returned.
Hello, everyone. While we were gone, we discussed Blazing Saddles. Kids, ask your parents about Blazing Saddles.
Don't do. That's the wrong thing to do. Do not do that.
It's a fucking movie.
Enjoy it with a chaperone.
Yeah.
Scar your children. Everyone.
I wouldn't call Mel Brooks movies scarring. Anyways, the Ursa coats.
From Charlie and Chocolate Factory.
Ah, yes, the Ursa coats. Let's roll these out.
Let's see.
-50 penalty.
Let me quickly check its rarity. Rare. Okay, that would mean -50. Yeah, that would mean -75 penalty actually.
Oh shit. Well, this is a coin toss essentially. Because I've got 125, so it's 50-50 chance. Let's see if we get it. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening to that first little batch of Yaguai leather?
Roll the other one first.
Alrighty. 50-50, don't fail me now. Come on, coin toss. Nope, I'm using...
Critical failure.
You said that I got fucking vault point from the...
Yes, I did. Would you like to re-roll one of them?
Yes, I would. I'd like to re-roll that last one, so
Go
it's
ahead.
not fucking crit failure. Let's do this. Come on, baby. Why am I like this? Why has God forsaken me?
Hey, now
You
you
have
know how I
wasted a
feel
day
the
of
last
your
few
life.
rolls.
Okay, that's good at least.
But you have not lost the materials, but you have wasted a day of your life.
Have
Alrighty.
to find yourself like doing half the stitching, have to undo all of it, waste the entire day.
So, go ahead and mark the food for me and water for me. Obviously, you don't have to change water because they're fine giving you 3 water here, but food is another story. Anyways, it is now October 4th. Do you want to stay a day to try and get this going, or?
Hmm.
Yeah, I realized we made the most, but...
Yeah, we might want to see if we can, like, fucking do that on the road or some shit. Unless I can get some fucking, what is it? What is it? Fucking, it's here somewhere.
A crafting station?
Not exactly. I was thinking more of a leatherworking kit or leatherworkers tools or some shit.
Let me quickly check the gear section. They might be something that the vault can temporarily lend you. They do have some other craft tools that you can temporarily borrow, but only for one of them. They will give you plus 15 bonus. So it'll just be -60 instead for one of them.
I mean, if you guys are okay with me rolling this shit one last time.
Well,
I have never expressed need to be, so I don't mind.
Alright.
Volumes.
Alright.
I'll read
Let's...
more books on programming in the library in the meanwhile.
Mm-hmm.
Habuski. Hey!
Let's see. That one was the -60. Okay. The other one, you've got one Ursa hood made. It will be -75 for the other. Okay.
Alrighty. Fucking.
Boop.
Habuski. Ah, so close.
Ouch.
I would have got it with that fucking brisket too.
All right, another day. It is now October 5th. You have spent 5 days at Vault 6.
Alright, well, you know, Bran Doon, here you go. Here's this Ursa hood.
Go ahead and look up the Ursa hood in the items guide, and you
Look
can
there.
input the details.
Yep, sure is.
From Bran Doon the Brink to Bran Doon the Bear.
Could be.
Alright, so I guess you guys are leaving today then?
Yuppers.
The overseer and the head of security, Khan, are there to watch you guys leave. Take care. Hopefully we will see you again.
Well, we shall see you soon-ish, probably.
We'll be back, yeah.
Abandoned and raided by unknown parties.
Friends.
As you guys eventually emerge from the tunnel and hear in the distance the vault door closing, you can actually see how the world has changed since in those past couple of days. The leaves are starting to turn, but now they've all turned. It is a magnificent red and gold collage wherever you can see trees. So, how do you want to get back to your truck?
It's quite the sight.
We aren't trying to be too stealthy anymore. Shall we just take the road?
Guess so. Might as well.
Chill enough. It is a good sight.
So, gentlemen, do you remember where your truck is?
We left it on a road.
To the
And you were-
northeast.
And you were and it was not on the road on the road near Vault 6.
No, it was not.
Yeah.
It was good a ways away. I did also inform our driver friend of mine that if anyone were to approach, he was to leave.
Do you remember where the rally point was?
I believe I informed him to go back down the road a good long ways. Wait around near... Where was it? Near the checkpoint, or the most recent town. It was the town that we were at.
To pass Wickland.
I think so. And then after so many hours, come back.
Mm-hmm. Alright then.
I guess we might have to go hiking again.
Alright, let's just gonna take a moment to stretch and breathe up. Yeah. We got this.
Alrighty.
Alright then. The good news is a lot of it is now downhill, at least until you get past the lake. So it's only endurance -1 for the first leg.
Oh, myself included?
No, not Jen. Just Bran Doon. Jen's used to this.
Haha! Robot.
And yeah, this is gonna take a while. Very much take a while.
Oh boy.
It's another 3 days before you guys get to the lake, basically.
Well, That's how it be.
All right, then. It is now October 8th.
Sweet.
So, now that you're past the lake, Jen also has to start making endurance rolls. Both the roll endurance -1.
Alrighty then. This is gonna suck. Yeah, that's to be expected.
And Bran Doon,
-5.
you're having some trouble. Another day
Yeah.
passes. You really don't feel like you made much progress.
Fair enough. Alright. Here we go again on our own.
Try again.
Bye. Yeah, that's about right.
Uh-huh.
It's a-
All right.
Mm.
Yeah, this is kicking your guys' butt. Really, you don't really having trouble progressing. I will say that if you want to, you can take an extra day just to prepare, and it will take you a little more time, but
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
all right
'Cause-
then. It is now October 11th. You guys get to roll endurance modifier +1.
+1.
Oh.
Okay. Nope, still no. Hey!
You actually do manage to make a little bit of progress, even if for once Jen is more winded.
All right, guys, it's it gets hard, but clock is ticking. We really gotta kick together to make everything we laid work out.
Yep, it's like I got smoker's lung or something. Oh, fuck, I should have gotten out of the fucking ranger station more.
All right, roll endurance, no modifier.
How
Alrighty.
lovely it is to be a robot and not feel pain.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you can't even take a step forward without collapsing. You guys don't
Are you
make
sure you don't want me
You
to
literally
check?
do not make any progress today.
We got this. We got this.
Mommy.
Why is
Oh,
it so
that
much
makes
harder
sense.
going back than it is getting there?
Hey, it
It's
hurts
like-
a hell of a lot more going down a staircase after a workout than going up a staircase.
Oh, really? Today I learned.
I mean, have you ever done it? It's just sort of like rough.
True. All right.
Alright.
Would you guys like to take an extra day to prepare?
Sure.
Okay. All right. It is now October 14th. Roll endurance +1.
And it was 5 years before they were ever seen again. It was 5 fucking years.
This is why you don't abandon the car.
Yeah. Oh.
Oof.
Oof. Yeah. You really don't feel like you made much progress.
Great. Let's keep rolling.
Oh.
This is cruel and unusual.
Yeah, at this point, I think you might start taking HP hits.
Fuck. Come on, man. Don't kick me while I'm down.
Alright, Bran Doon, roll.
Brad Doon, before he hikes up another distance, just kind of like opens up his light or holds up Anubis. Just and it's like, you wanna? Well, I mean, we'll go, but you wanna just try to do something for the ache?
I don't know what that'll do. I don't think that'll help.
Maybe not, but I'll feel a little better.
Marijuana does tend to have some special properties that help with pain.
Fuck it.
It is referred to as a PCB. I don't remember what it stands for. They never put that in my database.
Screw it. Why not? Yeah,
Right.
she'll
Take what you can get.
she'll take some, yeah.
Alright, so it's a plus or minus?
+1 this time.
Alright.
Jesus
No.
Christ.
A little too relaxed.
What happens is that once you're pretty high and a little distracted, you don't notice a rock that's very trippable. You kind of roll down a ways down a large hill, and you realize you're probably not getting up the rest of the day now.
Oh,
We're dead.
no, we're not dead. Not yet. Because God hates us.
In the distance, you hear a truck horn honk.
Oh, no, there is a God.
I hope he's not an angry Brotherhood guy.
Let's go on the sound of the truck horn.
Unfortunately, you don't make it to the truck before nightfall.
I'm
I'm gonna need another roll of endurance. Modifier +2 because you can hear the end.
+2, okay. 0, no.
All right, Bran Doon.
No.
Oh,
You don't make any progress.
At this rate, I'm just going to drag you. You know what? I will be back for you.
Pendleton goes on ahead
Judge
and leaves
struggles,
them
Brendan
behind.
just dies.
Yeah.
Pendleton is abandoning us.
He just flies up off into the sky.
Yeah. I think that's what he does.
Meanwhile, with Pendleton, a short flight later, and over a few more very massive foothills in the Cascades, you do spot the truck.
Now, knowing my luck, I'm going to look to see if I can notice any movement around it before I approach.
What would you like to roll, observation or perception?
Well, neither of them are particularly good for me, so let me see. I have a 15 in observation and a 1 in perception. So technically, with no modifiers, observation has a...
Roll observation, then. No modifier.
Yes, mildly. Damn, I was actually pretty close.
Oh, yeah. But no cigar. You don't notice anything.
Well,
Considering I don't notice anything, I will just casually go towards the truck. Hey, Lenny! If it's you, honk twice.
There is no other honking.
Well, I am turning around.
And when you do, there are two soldiers in T-51B holding laser rifles at you.
Oh, lovely. We have guests.
Please remain calm and quiet until your owners arrive, Mr. Handy. We merely wish to speak with them.
have no owners. That is my first mistake there. You have already put one strike on my ship list.
Both soldiers in power armor just look at each other briefly. Long enough that if you want to try to run, you certainly can.
Ta-ta!
Alright, roll agility for me.
All right, let's hope this goes because I don't have any vault points.
No modifier.
Mm.
Actually, modifier +1 because they were distracted, and you passed beautifully. You just jet up into the air. Gone. Hey, what the? Where'd it go? Damn it!
I pop down back near where you two are. I'm just like, while you are dying, it appears that the Brotherhood have found and seized our truck.
Oh, what? That one's legal, though.
That doesn't mean they like us.
Oh. How'd they even know it was ours?
Pendleton just looks at you.
There's not many come this way.
Maybe they still don't know that who we are exactly.
They literally saw me and told me not to move until my quote-unquote owners arrived, which immediately put them a strike on my shit list.
How many of them were there?
2 in very sturdy power armor, it seemed.
Kind of looks over at the other two. I got a sniper rifle. I think we can take them.
The power armor's heavy, but I've been looking for a reason to test out my new weapon.
I know, right? Looks like a good opportunity. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Bran, since your weapons are a little bit more short range, would you mind coming up with Pendleton as his master? I'm sorry, Pendleton.
I understand that it is a ruse.
Yes, and the moment shit goes sideways, I will be up on the hill with a sniper rifle, and I'll fucking dome him.
Well, considering I briefly told them that they put a point on my shit list and ran the fuck away from there, I don't think they will take too kindly to me coming back. They may just open fire.
Then...
If a way I could, toss some fire. Like, block, I don't know, maybe block sight. Make guy, not so comfortable.
And you do have that Ursa hood now.
Yeah, true.
Now to get a lay of the land and see if there might be anything else we might do.
Yeah, that.
Alright. Jen's gonna try and get a little bit more of a lay of the land and see if there's any good vantage points to kind of snipe from.
And I'm also sort of interested in the idea of a purposely caused avalanche, maybe accidentally running over a couple of Brotherhood of Steel Paladins.
That would
and
also run over our
incapacitating them.
truck, though.
Yes, but at this point, I don't care that much.
Do you
Also,
really
the
want to
reason that
be hiking through the Cascades until you get out one side, and then be stuck walking?
I'd really
the rest of the
rather
way?
not let the Brotherhood of Steel own my truck.
But also Lenny's in the truck. We'd be killing Lenny.
Well, if you were still in the truck, he would have honked for me.
Well, let's see what our options are. Can I, roll survival to get a lay of the land?
Yes, you may roll survival. Modifier minus 25 because this isn't your neck of the woods.
Alright, fair enough.
You're a bit too used to the glacier,
79.
but you still managed to pass. Pass perfectly fine, and you are able to find an opportune point where you could possibly see the truck, according to Pendleton. The problem is hiking there.
Damn.
I'm gonna need another endurance roll.
Fuck me.
Would you like me to carry you?
Are you even able to, Pendleton?
Well, let's see what my strength says.
Pendleton, roll strength.
Nope, badly. You'll keep that.
You're so close, and then at the last second, your engine just gives out, and you plummet into a stream.
Why are we standing above a stream?
Well, the opportune spot was across the stream.
Okay,
That's
well,
the
you
voice
got
in my
me
head.
part of the way there, at least.
It
Let's
is.
see.
It is. You can roll endurance +3 to get to it.
Anything for being a park ranger and climbing?
Just take the +3 before he takes it away.
Okay. Hey!
Oh,
What?
barely did it. Nevertheless, you're in an ideal spot. You can see the truck. It's middle of the night now, but you are able to spot. But you're able to spot the two soldiers in T-51B.
Alright. I'm gonna kinda get an aim on them. Just, whichever one looks like his armor is in the least, in the most disrepair, I'm just gonna get a bit of an aim on him.
And that's the plan.
Alright.
And what about Bran Doon? Has he walked up here at this point to close by?
I would assume.
Considering he needs to be a little bit closer for us things to work, we are still down below.
Mm-hmm.
How far away from them are we?
You are pretty close to the maximum range of your sniper rifle.
So almost 1,400 feet. Fair enough.
And on that note, I think we will end it here. It is the middle of the night on October 17th. After another hellish hiking trip, you have made it to your truck. How will you get it back? Will you have to hike all the way out of the Cascades? You will find out in the future.
Yep.
Till then. Thank you very much, everyone, for dropping by for another episode of Unlucky Rolls, the Fallout campaign where we go through the Cascadian storms using Fallout Vault and Deathclaw. My brain is shutting down after 2 days of standing up for like 8 hours straight because I am fat and this does not work for me. So pardon me just a moment as we call it for today. Thank you very much. Hope you had a lovely one. We should see you. Are we on next Friday or is the one after?
I can do next Friday.
All right. We
Um,
should see you next Friday, unless
One problem. So one problem there is I'm gonna be out on a trip, but I don't know if I'll be able to make it if we do next Friday.
not this
Well,
next,
then
not
see
a
when we
week from
next
today in 2
resume,
weeks. Yeah. See you next
Oh no,
time.
it'd be a week from today.
Yep. That's what we were talking about. Yep. That one doesn't work then. All right. Anywho.
Sorry guys.
All right. Take care, everyone. Have a good one.